So if you clicked on this video, you probably are looking to progress as a Shinigami, and this is the one for you. This video not only includes leveling, but it includes getting skills, getting your talents, and even awakening your Shikai. So before we get started, as always, if you have any questions, if I said anything wrong, or if you just want to talk about anything, type it in the comments below. And also, while you're there, why not subscribe? Why not like? It's all free and it helps me out a ton. Anyways, let's get started with the first stage as a Shinigami, which is of course picking the Shinigami and starting leveling. So when you enter the game, you'll be given 3 different races that you can choose from, which includes Hollow, Quincy, and Shinigami. If you want to become a Shinigami, of course, pick Shinigami. And then once you pick Shinigami, you'll end up in Soul Society. Now, once you spawn here, you want to go ahead and take a left, or at least head straight to the point where you'll see this giant building right over here. This one right here. This is the main building you want to head on over to. That's not the actual area you could get the quest, but once you find this area with the huge steps in the green pad, take a left and you will see the division trainer. And this division trainer is the NPC that'll give you the quest. And once you talk to him, as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different quests, including PvP, which you can stalk a player, but I don't recommend doing that as of right now because it could be pretty hard when you're actually trying to find an opposing. Plus, it's a lot more tedious, so I recommend sticking to these. But which one is actually the best? Now, in my opinion, I think it's Chase and Exterminate just because it is the easiest one. Let me quickly show you guys what it is. So once you enter, there's going to be an rock car that spawns, and all you really have to do is just fight it. Like, this guy isn't hard. Just learn how to parry. Once you keep leveling, you will get skills, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, like I said, be fighting this guy over and over and over again, and since there's only one, you could just keep doing it repeatedly. And I haven't really seen a lot of people play or start doing this quest either, so you might have a low queue time when doing this one. But if you do have a high queue time, you can go to the top left and just swap to different servers in Soul Society once the game releases. And I will have to point out, some of these things might change on release because this is pre-recorded, so be careful. But there we go. We're gonna go ahead and grip them by pressing B, and we completed the quest. So we get all the rewards, EXP, and money. And then sometimes you can get like skill gems, which we'll talk about right now. So when you do missions, sometimes you could get skill gems, skill crystals, and even skill cores, which are basically items that help you get skills. So whenever you put your stats in, and whenever you want to main in, for example, I mained in speed, once you use a skill gem, you will get different cards to unlock your skills. And since I have a lot of stats into speed, as you can see, I have 36. I have a lot of speed abilities. For example, Sonic Blade, Vanquish, and even Shadow Assault. So before putting in your stats, I recommend checking the Trello and seeing which skills and stats you actually want to go into before using the gems. Now, the second drop that you could get from the missions is the Whispering Willow. This is an orb that you could basically turn into the NPC called Inori. He's next to the quest NPC. Once you talk to him and you give him 1k money, you are able to unlock talents. And talents are very similar to Deep Woken. There's these cards that give different passives. The rarer they are, the more unique they are, and usually the better they are. And once you get those talents, you could go to talents by pressing M, and you could equip 3 of them. As you can see, I have Strong Stand, Ryatsu Surge, and Trailblazer. For example, Trailblazer, it is a rare talent. Gain immense speed boost when sprinting after successfully dodging any attack, and it does not stack. You just want to go ahead and drag it onto your little slots, and then you will have the passives. Now, the final step to the stage is to just continue doing quests until there's a prompt on the screen telling you to complete an exam. And that's when we move on to stage 2, which is actually becoming a Shinigami. So once you get that prompt on the screen where it says you have to complete an exam, go ahead and head on over to the main area where the green pad is and take a right here. I'll show you guys where the division house is. So this is the division house. You want to go ahead and hold E and enter the classroom, and then you want to take a left. So talk to this NPC. He'll tell you to sit down and do an exam. And honestly, if you can't pass the exam, there's no hope for you because this exam is very, very, very easy. It's quite literally probably the easiest thing that I've ever done in any Bleach game to become a full-on Shinigami. Once you complete that exam, you finally become a Shinigami, you get your black robes, and you could continue leveling, in which then we can move on to the third stage, which is fighting Kisuke. So once you continue leveling, and this is even past this point, you will have to fight Kisuke from time to time to advance your potential. But once you get a prompt on your screen that says you can't unlock your potential unless you fight Kisuke or somewhere along the lines, you want to head to Katakura Town. And by doing that, you have to press the gate key in your inventory and then hold E and you'll enter Katakura. Now, once you enter Katakura Town, you want to head on over to the bridge area, and I'll show you guys where Kisuke is. You don't want to be in the city, you kind of want to be in the suburbs. He's very close here, so once you reach the front, go ahead and go to the right, and then go straight this way. and then take a left right here, and at the very end of this little path you will see Kisuke and his home. So once you see the Kisuke NPC, talk to him, and then you'll enter his little realm where you fight him. Now, a little tip: if you come back and kill Kisuke every hour, you will get extra rewards, including skill cores, which help you in getting skills. So if you have the time, come back and kill Kisuke. Now I'm gonna come back once his rest time is over, and I'll actually fight it with you guys. Alright, here we are. So we're gonna go ahead and fight Kisuke. I'm gonna pop my Shikai just to make this quicker, but basically he's like any other NPC. He just has a couple of skills that might throw you off, but all you gotta do is just parry. Hold F before he attacks, just like this. As you can see, parrying is very easy in this game, and use your skills. At this point, you should have your skills, so it should be very, very easy to kill him. If you want to be a scaredy cat, you could just run back and use your skills. But if you want to make this quick, start M1ing, start parrying, use your abilities, use heavies, and yeah. Honestly, there's nothing much else to say except just kill this man, bro. And that is what exactly I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do Shadow Assault, get that M1s in. I'm gonna use heavy because he's further away. Nice, back up. Can I get a parry? Ooh, I can't parry that. It's fine. We're gonna use Sonic Blade for the range. Come up close. Get M1s. We're gonna use heavy to get closer. Nice. Shadow Assault once again. Oh, he canceled it too? Oh, hell no, bro. Parry that. Use Blade Smash. Nice. Sonic Blade. Cancel his moves. And when he is starting up a move, you can just M1 him, so he could stop using the move. It's an interrupt, so I recommend doing that if he's trying to get you stuck in place, especially with that yellow move. We're gonna back up now, use the teleport, back up again, use Shadow Assault, and he's dead. And as you saw in the top middle of the screen, I got a skill crystal. Now with Kisuke defeated, you should be able to continue progressing, which is where we will end up reaching the 4th stage of progression, and that is obtaining your Shikai. So let's go ahead and head back over to Soul Society by taking out our sword and pressing that gate one more time. I'll see you guys once I'm there. Alright, so let's talk about Shikai. So in order to actually get to Shikai, you need to level up and get a message on the screen that says you can't continue leveling up your potential unless you've awakened your Shikai. So at that point, you could press N to start meditating, and it's very simple. You'll go through 3 different mini games, and the last one is where you fight your Shikai. So the first mini game is basically a press the number mini game. For example, if the number 4 pops up on the screen, you have to press the number 4 on your keyboard or whichever device you're using, and then do that over and over again until you complete it. Now, it can be a little tough because it goes by pretty quickly, but soon enough you'll get used to it, so it might just take a little bit of practice. Now, the second minigame is kind of like Friday Night Funkin'. If you guys have ever played Friday Night Funkin', it is exactly like that. The numbers will fall down from above, and then once they reach the exact spot, you'll have to press it. So for example, if 3 and 4 pop up, click 3 and 4 at the same time once they reach that exact spot on the screen. And then the last minigame, well, it's not really a minigame, well, you have to fight your Shikai. You'll enter your inner realm and you'll fight your Shikai. Your Shikai will have your abilities, your stats, everything about you, but once it reaches halfway, he will awaken Shikai. So you gotta be careful. At least you'll understand which Shikai you'll get. For me, I got Lightning, as you could tell. The Shikai NPC, honestly, it's like any other NPC. It's very easy, just parry. If you're scared, run back, use abilities, but yeah, honestly, not too hard. I didn't have trouble with it. I finished it my first time, although he did get stuck, which was pretty fortunate for me, but they'll probably fix that later on. And then after you defeat your Shikai, you'll get it. So in order to use your Shikai, you're gonna have to press V with your sword out. So as you can see, I have my sword out. I'm gonna press V, and there's my Shikai. I got Lightning, so my 3 skills are Z, Disaster Strike. I have X, Volt Dash, and then I have C, Chaotic Bolt. And that leads us to the last stage as a Shinigami, and that is continuing leveling for Bankai and Vizard. So as of right now, I don't think Bankai is in the game, and Vizard takes quite a bit more leveling to get to. I'll make another video on that later on, but that basically ends the progression as of right now. So if you guys enjoyed, if you guys found this useful, like I said, subscribe, like, and if you guys have any thoughts, leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys later. Peace.